When it came to gun violence issues, they start in the community and we can resolve them in the community.
A new community center is having a lot of success, but also facing a big challenge, fighting to stay open and looking for help. The Reverend Timothy McDonald Outreach Center is in the east wing of the Iconium Baptist Church on Moreland Avenue in East Atlanta. It brings about 10 nonprofits together, empowering kids and parents, including violence prevention and conflict resolution programs. Joining me right now, Sean Smith, president and founder of Black Push, Charmaine Brown, who has a foundation in honor of her son, who she lost to gun violence, and Uriah Miles, a community center assistant. Thank you all for being with us. I wanted to start with the impact. It's relatively new, already having a really big reach, making a difference in the community.
Yeah, I mean, the center has been open for a few months, and we've already seen about 200 families that have come through, that have gotten resources through, whether it's from feeding into the community to doing community events to just empowering people to deal with conflict resolution. We're able to attack these different missions and different goals and actually attack multiple things at one time, because we're dealing with conflict resolution, we're dealing with how to store your guns safely, we're dealing with youth needing some place to go, we're dealing with education in the center, we're dealing with different things like if a parent has lost a child. I mean, we have so many different resources there. In fact, as of yesterday, we actually just had our grand opening of our feeding center. That's going to be in the center, where people will be able to come and get groceries, and we're doing it differently too there. So I mean, it's just the span and what we've been able to do in such a short time has been a blessing.
The idea is one place meeting all the needs of parents and kids. And Charmaine, you can speak from so many different perspectives. As a parent, as the founder of a foundation, as someone whose life was changed forever from gun violence, what are you seeing on a day-to-day basis in terms of the impact of the center?
You have families coming in, you have parents who have lost children to gun violence, you have also families who are just in need of support for themselves. I think for my situation, it could have very well helped if it was a resource in the community at the time. Jared was killed in 2015, and he died no fault of his own. It was actually someone had a conflict with someone else. And so that is the reason behind my mission for Jared's Heart of Success, to work with youth in conflict resolution. Our mission is to educate and empower youth, effective communication, focusing on conflict resolution and mental wellness. I do think that if it was available, then it could have very well saved his life.
That's really powerful, because how many times do we hear right now that it started as a fight, it escalated to something more, and that is a narrative we hear over and over, and each time impacting not just the life of somebody lost, but everyone that loves them.
Exactly.
Talk about the need and the urgency behind meeting it.
Right now we have a campaign where we're trying to raise $10,000 so that we can do some renovations around the center, so we can continue to build a computer lab out, so we can offer more resources to the community. And then we need to have people who really want to volunteer their time coming out to maybe help paint around the center. If they have different technical resources, bringing that to the center, being able to teach classes about, we're getting ready to do a summer camp in the next week or so, where we'll be doing 4 weeks of teaching kids how to deal with music and how to create their own TV networks and how to deal with like producing. So those are things that we're currently still trying to do, but again, we need the community support in order to do those things.
Charmaine, I was thinking about, it's one thing to say we want change, it's one thing to say we want solutions, it's another to put our time and energy and resources behind it.
Absolutely, yes. And it's so greatly needed in order to keep going.
And Sean, you're coming up on a deadline. There's urgency behind the request you're making to the community to help support the center.
Yeah, I mean, we are trying to raise that $10,000 before the end of the month. So we are pushing against the rock there. Because at the same time, we have obligations we have to meet as well. So we just are looking for community support to say they're behind this. And this is another resource that we have to keep our children off the streets.
Uriah, it's really about keeping kids safe and making our community stronger. What message do you have to other kids your age and to our community?
Instead of getting into trouble, we should really work on building up the future. Violence is like never the answer. I feel like there will always be a time where you can talk it out instead of instantly going into the fight mode. And working on stuff that can help further improve the future in our community instead of trying to, act cool, guns, stuff like that. not going to help us. If anything, it's going to break us down, what we all tried to build up.
Sean, Urijah, Shemaine, thank you for the time. And we're hoping for great things for the success of the center moving forward. And we'll have all the information on how you can be a part, maybe volunteering time, or if you have resources that could support it, all that for you on 11alive.com.